Browns have been the NFL's biggest meme for decades now, but today I'm stepping in to fix the NFL's worst franchise, and my job's not finished until I bring the city of Cleveland a Super Bowl. But this is easily going to be my toughest rebuild yet, considering the fact we still employ Deshaun Watson. I'm not going to lie, dude, I think we're going to make this bad boy even more difficult because as you guys saw, Deshaun Watson is making a ridiculous amount of money, and the huge dilemma is if we cut him, dude, it'll cost us $96 million in penalties. But I'm not gonna lie, dude, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet. It's probably gonna screw us for a season or two, but I think this is gonna be a long rebuild regardless. Now, I think maybe we just try and see if somebody would trade like a 7th round pick for him. I mean, that's actually better offers than what I thought. Do the Steelers really want him? I mean, what about something crazy like a 4th round pick? And the Steelers sent us a 4th. That's insane. But with Kenny Pickett being who's probably gonna be our starting quarterback, dude, I believe we are in for a long rebuild. I am gonna check and scour offseason free agency to see if there's anybody I still want to sign. Now, I'm so glad we re-signed Myles Garrett because he's obviously the main key to bringing us a Super Bowl. But outside of that re-signing, dude, the Browns literally haven't really done much. I mean, they did bring in Tevin Jenkins, but like, whoa, how ambitious. Honest to God, feeling like we just tank this first season and try to get the best draft pick possible, but I do want to see if there's any long-term potential options in offseason free agency. Now, Nick Chubb's a free agent. You know what? I'm just gonna let him sign elsewhere, let him hopefully go win a ring. There's really not that much left. Like, maybe we could bring in Asante Samuel. I'm really not that intrigued at all by any of these guys. I really might not make a single signing here. I mean, as of right now, Aaron Rodgers is still out there, but I think he's gonna sign with the Steelers, so we're not gonna snatch him up. I mean, he's not gonna get a long-term option anyway. So I really do think we're just gonna go into the season with this squad and hopefully have the worst record in the NFL. I mean, this wouldn't be the only potential time the Browns ever went winless. 4-13, beautiful. Perfect. We literally were dead last in offense. Our defense was pretty bad too. I mean, I knew Kenny Pickett was going to be bad, dude, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. And also, I really don't believe Jerome Ford's going to be a long-term option at running back either, so we might need to draft one. And honestly, out of all our weapons, dude, I mean, maybe Jerry Jeudy's the only guy I see staying here long-term. Maybe Njoku can stay around long enough too, which he's only 28, so maybe he could stick around for a while. And what in the world, dude? Myles Garrett didn't even have a good season. Like, the team as a whole barely had double-digit sacks. I really hope we ended up with the number 1 pick. We ended up with number 5, gosh dang it. At this point, I'm ready to go ahead and get into the offseason so we really can get this rebuild rolling. At least if we've done anything positive, we've weeded out the quitters. I do. With the Deshaun Watson penalty, we only have $40 million to spend. Now, with the bad season, I do want to see if we lost any depth traits. I mean, I think everybody's about the same, and ooh, Denzel Ward became an X Factor. So something else positive's happened here in Cleveland. First step is we have to renegotiate some contracts. Honestly, Jedrick Willis, he can walk. He's not going to be a long-term option. Devin Bush, you can go. I mean, I really don't think I'm going to spend any money re-signing any of these guys. So the latest mock draft has Abdul Carter going number 1, Mason Graham 2, Genty 3, and Cam Ward to us at 4, which apparently we have pick 4. I'm not going to lie, I think we might actually wait to go quarterback in a future class, because I think Cam Ward is going to go to the Titans in real life. I want to try to do something that I think the Browns are really going to do, and I think what the Browns are going to do is take Abdul Carter in real life. So we might have to trade up to 1 to try and land him, so hopefully it's not too tricky. So why waste any time, you know? Let's go ahead and try to land that number 1 pick. The big question is, what do the Colts want? Now, it does say their number 1 team need is the quarterback position, so why would they pass up on Cam Ward? So honestly, I might be smart and wait a little bit. I'm going to wait and see what the next mock draft says is going to happen, because if they are going to take Cam Ward at 1, we could maybe trade up to 2 and still land Abdul Carter, not have to trade away as much. But screw it, dude, with that, let's go ahead and go through our first free agency. It's not like we're going to be able to sign too much, and it's just such a bad free agency class that, again, I might just really not sign anybody, maybe like 1 or 2 free agents, and just tank again next season and try to compile like top 5 pick after top 5 pick. Maybe what I can do is sign a few players that could be trade bait potentially at next year's trade deadline, so I can just stockpile picks. Like Rico Dowdle, I don't want to sign him to a multi-year deal. We are his only offer. There's just not a soul, brother. There's just not a single player I think can help this team long term. Maybe Baron Browning, since he has star dev. I mean, I gotta sign somebody somehow, and unfortunately I don't think we're gonna be in the race for Baron, so we legitimately might not sign a single free agent. If we sign anybody, we might sign one. Like, why don't we go after one of these veteran middle linebackers and again maybe use them as trade bait? Even while we're tanking, I gotta be strategic. So we might be able to sign Levante, and screw it, since he's one of the higher rated free agents, also try to sign CJ Mosley. Okay, that's just absolutely not happening. I'd much rather just stick with old Levante. And again, if we're trying to be strategic and sign trade bait. Maybe try and sign Rob Havenstein. Oh, we could afford him on a 1-year deal. The Commanders have outbid us. I mean, I wouldn't mind upping the offer a little bit. We're tied for his top offer, but I really don't know why he'd pick us over the Commanders. But we might as well spend our money on somebody. Rico hasn't decided, and we did get Robert. Levante went with the Rams, even though they had a worse offer. So at this point, like, who do I even give money to? Do I give money to, like, Elijah Molden? I mean, he could play safety for us for a few years. Let's see if he has a big market. Okay, not a huge market, so maybe we can land him. Like, he is at 80 overall, so maybe he could do something for us for a couple seasons. Let's see, Elijah Molden. We are in the lead for him. What about more trade bait? How about Jimmy Ward? I feel like we can get him for relatively cheap, and we barely can afford him. I'm gonna send my offer out there. We're tied with the Commanders. Let's see if we can sign these 3 fellas. And we got Rico, and we got Elijah Molden, who, again, I think Rob and Rico, we're gonna try and trade the deadline next year, which maybe will get us to like a 3rd round pick or 4th rounder. I mean, free agency sucked anyways. I mean, I'll take this. So let's go ahead and simulate the draft here and see if the mock draft changes at all, and see if we do need to trade up to like maybe 2 or 3. All right, moment of truth. The latest mock draft still has the Colts going Abdul Carter. Gosh dang it. Then we have to do it. Let's trade up from 4 to 1. Hopefully it's not going to take a ridiculous amount. Maybe just throw in a player or 2. So first pick from the Colts. I mean, they do need quarterbacks, so maybe we throw in Kenny Pickett. Just going to test the waters here, and it is not looking good. They do need a right guard. We have Wyatt Teller we could trade away. Is there anybody else? Like, maybe we could throw in Jack Conklin. Let's see how much closer this deal is, and it's declined, but it is so much closer, dude. Maybe if we took Kenny Pickett out and threw in somebody else, like somebody with a pulse, like maybe Ronnie Hickman. Is this enough? No, still declined, went backwards. I'm gonna put Pickett back in there, and then maybe throw in a few draft picks. I don't want to throw in a 3rd. I don't throw in anything from this year, to be honest. Like maybe a late 6 or maybe a 7, and then maybe a next year 6. Is this enough to land a pick numero uno? No. Let's take out this year's 7th, and then like maybe throw in like a 2027 4th. Ugh. What if we made it 2 future 4th round picks? I mean, it's a lot closer. All right, let me find somebody we can throw in outside of Kenny Pickett that they want. Like, we need somebody decently rated, like maybe Jerome Ford. I mean, they need a center, and we got one we can trade away here. Come on, give me pick number 1, please. That is insanity. What about Ogbo here? They also need left end. Please, brother, I am begging. God. Malik Collins, 75 overall. Surely this is enough. He went backwards. They might have to do it. They might have to part ways here with Jerome Ford. Maybe we also could sneak out like a 5th round pick or something. Submit this bad boy through. It's fine. Maybe pick up an extra 6th instead. 6th in my stomach. What about a 7th instead? I mean, there's not even space. What about a 7th way out into the future? Please, finally accept. I'm lost for words, brother. You take this out, though. Trade should be good. It is about freaking time. All right, let's do it, brother. Let's get into this draft. With the number 1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns are going to select the best overall player in the class, Abdul Carter. Welcome to Cleveland, brother. And he comes in as the number 1 ranked player. Let's go. Hidden development comes with 89 speed, dude. This guy's gonna be a monster. Just curious to see where Cam Ward goes here. Did we do the Colts a favor? Are they gonna get Cam at 4? No! He fell all the way to the Saints at 8. That's crazy. Now we've also got to make sure we hit on our 2nd round pick here. I mean, there's so many options that, like, I genuinely don't know what to do. I'm probably just gonna go best player available. Amarian Hampton could be our running back of the future, potentially. We also could go wide receiver. There's still some pretty good freaking offensive linemen on the board, too. So, is that what we do here? Ursery out of Minnesota? We could definitely use a long-term option at the offensive tackle position. You know what? We're gonna take him. Hopefully it's not a dud. Give me good news, Roger. He's gonna come in as the 52nd ranked player. We got him at 36. Gosh dang it. Has hidden dev, though. He could turn into a monster. Yep, we definitely made the right pick. You've got to hit on this 3rd round pick. Now, do we just keep stacking up an offensive lineman? I know Tate Ratledge is pretty solid. There's still some really, really good players available. I know we really do need the tackle, and I just don't know if one of these guys are worth it. I mean, Darius Alexander doesn't look bad. I mean, to be fair, we literally need like every single position at this point, so we really couldn't go wrong. I know we need free safety pretty badly. What to do? What to do? Do we go D-tackle? I think I'm gonna do it. Darius Alexander, we need D-tackle badly. He is going to be the selection, and he is going to come in and, oh my god, I can't afford to be doing this crap. Oh, he's so bad, dude. Like, oh, I say, he doesn't even look that bad. Brother, with the picks we've made so far, this might have turned into a freaking 5-year, 6-year, 10-year rebuild. At least we have another pick here in the 3rd round, but we got to hit on this one. Abso-freaking-lutely. Dude, now I'm scared. Like, I don't know what the frick to do at this point. Honestly, I might just try to land our long-term running back. Caleb Johnson is an absolute monster. I don't know if he's going to be in the game. Yeah, he's super fast, super strong. Oh my god, dude, let's take him ASAP. He's going to come in as the 46 ranked player. Got him at 82, and he's going to come in with normal dev. Oh, god. We just can't catch a break right now, dude. I'm sure he's probably a higher overall, but like, my god, dude, we got to get some absolute superstars for the squad. We got to hit on both of these 4th round picks. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Honestly, probably just going to go with the best player I find. And I think the best player I found is Ashton Giat out of Louisville. His physicals are incredible. I mean, he could be a little diamond in the rough here. We are going to make the pick, and Ashton's going to come in as the 23rd ranked player. Easily our best selection yet, but he also comes in with normal development. Dude, we just, like I said, we just can't catch a break right now. We still take that, though, definitely. We have another pick upcoming. Hopefully, we get somebody that's also just as good. Might go with another offensive lineman. It's either Willie Lampkin, who's 5'11", by the way, or Connor Colby out of Iowa, who looks like an absolute tank. He's 6'6", 311, had a very good combine. I think he's going to be the pick. Maybe we get 2 starting guards out of this draft. It comes in as the 27th ranked player. Come on, Connor. Oh my god, we finally get a player with hidden dev. Thank the Lord. Hopefully, we can continue the solid trend moving into our 5th round pick. I've ignored it for a while, but we do need wide receiver pretty bad, which I feel like we could probably wait to our next pick to get a wide receiver because one of these guys got to be good. Now, this Jason Henderson fella out of Old Dominion, I know he is very good in real life. Like, he's led like college football in tackles like the last 3 years. I just don't know if he's going to be good in this franchise. Has A awareness, A play rec. It's the 5th round pick. Let's take a shot on him. Could be our long-term starter at outside linebacker. Okay, he's a stinker. Oh my god, why'd I do that? Oh no. I'm not gonna lie, this has been one of my worst draft classes in a while, and that's not good when our team looks like this. Alright, we absolutely gotta take a shot on one of these receivers. I just don't know which one. Since these top 4 guys all fell quite a bit from their projected spots, they probably suck. That's how it normally goes. So I probably need to go with one of these day 3 receivers here. I like Ricky White out of UNLV. I mean, he has okay skills. Like, we're just taking a shot at the dark. 6th round pick. I like him IRL. So hopefully that translates in the franchise here. At least he looks happy. He's the 137th ranked player. Got him at 179. Not bad. Does only have normal, though. As someone with Fenway Park literally painted behind me, obviously I'm excited baseball season's here. And not only that, we also have basketball season coming down to the wire, which is exactly why I wanted to tell you guys about my special hookup with today's sponsor, SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the planet's #1 rated ticketing app. There's more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. Right now, you can get tickets to MLB, NBA, NHL. And you guys know my love for SeatGeek by now, as I've literally used them to purchase 2 separate sets of Super Bowl tickets, and literally every single sporting event I've attended the last 6 years, I've used SeatGeek. They make the whole process super simple, as they rate every single ticket on a scale from 1 to 10. So you know you're getting a good deal. You look for the green dot, says green means good and red means bad. And you know I came through for you guys, as you can use code RBT10 to get 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Again, that's 10% off any tickets at SeatGeek with promo code RBT10. Now, what are the odds I can hit on a freaking 7th round pickup coming here? I might actually just go ahead and double up on receiver. Maybe we take Jack Beck out of TCU, even though they spelled his name wrong. I mean, you really can't do much better, you know, in the 7th round. Like, hopefully he'll be decent. If not, just be a practice squad player. And he comes in as a 154th player, got him at 211. Also has normal development too, but like at the end of the day, dude, with a 7th round pick, you can't be mad at that. I'm not gonna lie, dude, that did not go nearly as well as I was expecting. Hopefully some of the overalls of the players are high enough to make me feel better about all the normal dev traits we got. Oh god, here we go, dude. Moment of truth. Honestly, doesn't look that bad. Like, Abdul Carter, 82 overall off the get-go. Irsay, he's gonna be a franchise left tackle potentially. Our other 3rd round pick was a dub, but Caleb Johnson's probably gonna be good if like they can increase from the normal dev trait. Connor Colby, a 76 overall in the 4th round's crazy. Henderson was a dud. Apparently we skipped the pick on accident, so that sucks. I didn't mean to do that. But then we got 70 overall Jack Beck with the last pick, so honestly could have been a lot worse. So at the start of the next season, this is how the squad is currently looking, and I honestly, before the season starts, might go ahead and trade a few players away. That way our youngsters can get more playing time. So we might go ahead and start a fire sale before the season even starts here. We get rid of Cedric Tillman here so some of our youngsters can start. Top of that, we go ahead and get rid of Joe Tryon. I don't even need him. Ashton Giat's going to play at that position. Wait until the deadline to potentially trade away Rico Dowdle. And Connor Colby's actually going to play center for us, so we could go ahead and get rid of Ethan. Did some craziness, but got a third-round pick from the Cardinals. We'll take it. We do need to sign a backup quarterback, or maybe we get to sign our starter. You know what? Screw it. How funny. Aaron Rodgers is going to be our starting quarterback. All right, from this point, fellas, I think we just go ahead and simulate to the midway point of the season, and then the trade deadline, like I said, hopefully we're doing bad, so we tank again this season, get a top pick, and then trade some of those veterans we have away and get some more picks. And this is all about making this team as good as possible for the future, because we are bad. God, how are we 4-3, dude? Like, we might actually make the freaking playoffs, man. We beat the Ravens 38-6. What are we doing? Because Aaron Rodgers is an absolute freaking monster, dude. I should never assign him. I need to trade him away, honestly. Caleb Johnson's been okay. Jack Beck and Ricky White have been monsters. And look at this, dude. Ashton Giat, 7.5 sacks. Myles Garrett was 6. Abdul Carter actually kind of disappointed me a little bit, but my God. Now, here's the dilemma. Do I trade away Aaron Rodgers and hopefully get something in return and, like, win extra games? But, like, if I do trade him away, maybe it will hinder their development. Like, Ricky White, he's already a star, up to 75 overall. Jack Beck, he's only up to a 71. So, like, what do I do? I definitely do want to trade some veterans away, though. I don't know yet, though, if we're going to trade away Aaron Rodgers. As was the plan, we are going to trade away Rico Dowdle and hopefully get something half decent. Like, even an extra, like, 3rd, 4th round pick would be solid. The Patriots just gave me a 3rd round pick. What on planet Earth? We are not done yet, boys. Not even close. As mentioned, the plan was to also get rid of Robert. But first, trying to see if there's, like, any, like, players I'd like in return. It doesn't look good. Who needs a right tackle? Come and get them. Oh, the Commanders do. Just curious, what would it take to get a 2nd round pick? It is a lot closer than what I actually thought. Maybe I can use one of these 3rd round picks to trade up, maybe like a 5th or something. Let's try it. It still declined. How about one of these 3rds? It's still declined, but it's a lot closer. Maybe we can throw in another player or two. Who's somebody else that we absolutely do not need? Ogbo, he's not going to be long-term for us. Submit it through. It's still declined. Malik Collins, absolutely not a long-term option. A 75 rated player. Is that enough? No. We're close, though. Maybe a 7th is enough from 2028. Trade was accepted. We now have an extra 2nd round pick in the arsenal. Now, like, what could I even potentially get for Aaron Rodgers? He's having a great season, so maybe something no offers. I mean, it says the Bears need a quarterback. Even though they have 83 X Factor Caleb Williams, I don't understand that. You know what? I'll only trade him away if you can give me a 2nd round pick, which is not going to happen. Absolutely not. So I guess we're going to hold on to Aaron. For Ricky's sake. Also need to see what type of long-term deals we need to give out. Okay, so we have some pretty big players we need to re-sign, and unfortunately, they are not interested. I guess overpaying is what you have to do when your team sucks so bad. So David Njoku. I'll just give him this base offer and see what he says. He says he needs a bigger offer. Now, Greg Newsome, I'm more worried about. Like, he's such a good long-term player. He's not even asking for that much, so I'll up it just a little bit. Surely that's enough. Yes, it is! Now, if we can also lock down Martin Emerson, we should be good long-term at the cornerback position. So again, you know, I'll even give you a 6-year deal to entice you. I'll up the money more than what you're asking for. Another cornerback locked down long-term. Look at the cap room that we have. And unfortunately, really don't have anybody else that we can use it on. Ooh, now that I got to see this, Joel Bitonio, he is not a long-term option. So maybe we can go ahead and trade him away too. I mean, he's 84 rated. So we could possibly get something half decent in return for him. Again, like, keep in mind, we're trying to tank at the same time. So we're trying to lose more games, acquire some decent draft picks. Okay, the Broncos just gave me a 2nd and 4th round pick. I did not expect that to happen, but it did, and I'm here smiling about it. I think it's safe to say we got enough picks, boys. Now let's go ahead and simulate to the end of the season, hopefully lose some more games, get a better draft pick, and then really get to cooking this offseason. 7-10, dude, I was hoping for worse. It means we probably get, what, like the 15th pick 11? We again finished with basically basically the dead last offense. Defensively, we were much better, though. I mean, that's about as good as you can ask for from a 41-year-old. On the ground, Caleb Johnson, I mean, a decent season, 1,000 yards. I mean, you definitely like to see a running back over 4 yards per carry. I'm hoping he can be our long-term option at running back. He's up to an 81, does have star development, so maybe he could be quite the beast. But Ricky White, I did not expect this from him, up to a 79 already, so like maybe he could turn into our wide receiver 1. I mean, he already is. What am I talking about? Now, defensively, oh my God, Abdul Carter, what in the world got into you? Did you guys not see when he only had 2 sacks at the halfway point? He's already up to a 89 overall with superstar development. What in the world has happened? I gotta do some investigating. 2 sacks the first few weeks, and then he just turned it up second half. 3.5 sacks, 3 sacks, 2 sacks, another 3.5 sack performance. I've never seen such in my life. I am shocked. I mean, that's 100% overshadowing the great season Giot also had. Like, I think it's safe to say we are set at the pass rush position for the next couple seasons. What is he up to? He's up to an 81 as well. We take it. Ricky White, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Caleb Johnson came in 3rd. So again, we got some young pieces. It might take another season or 2 to really start competing, but especially when you consider we also had Defense Rookie of the Year and 3rd place in Defense Rookie of the Year. Like, I think we have set ourselves up for some future success and hopefully a future Super Bowl. Now, the only problem is I feel like we unfortunately had too good of a season to draft a quarterback. The latest mock draft has Nico out of Tennessee going number 2, so I don't think we're going to be able to trade up all the way to 2. So what my goal might actually be is punt the quarterback position 1 more season while accumulating as many picks as physically possible. Maybe even trade down and try to get another first-round pick for next year, and then maybe go after a quarterback in 2027. Now, headed into the offseason, what stands out to me is we have almost $200 million to spend. Before we go potentially spend all that, I do want to see if we had any depth trade increases. Don't really notice anything off the get-go, but hey, at least our young offensive line starting to look pretty decent. And also, don't think much changed defensively. Now, we've got to bring David Njoku back. He's a 90 overall tight end. We can't lose him. You know, if I have to franchise tag him, I have to franchise tag him. I'd rather not. And I don't really want to give him a 4-year deal because he's 30 years old, but hey, what you got to do to keep your best talent? And he's being stubborn. You know what, David? I'm also stubborn, brother. You're getting the franchise tag. You best believe, buddy, I can afford it. Honestly, I really feel like I could care less about these guys outside my punter. I gotta bring my punter back, please. Yay. Now, hopefully this free agency is much better than last year's. Okay, so like, at least it is better than last year's. Like, there's some players I definitely would like to try and sign, like Rasheed Walker here. I will give him a decent little deal, dude, because I can afford to overpay. Hopefully this is enough to entice him to come to Cleveland. Where's top offer? Also, do I bring in Deron Bland? Like, he's just sitting there. Corners aren't that expensive, although he would be kind of... I'll just give him the basey and see what they say. Okay, there's a bunch of teams kind of tied for him, so we'll just like leave that offer out there and see what happens. If we sign him, we sign him. If not, no big deal. Because the thing is, I don't want to waste money. Like, if I'm bringing in a player here, he's for sure going to be a long-term option. I mean, like, Christian Watson would be kind of nice. I just don't want to overpay or anything. He definitely would help that wide receiver room. Let's see, a little 4-year deal. I'll up it just a bit. And that already gives us the top offer. Outside of that, nobody really tickles my fancy. I know we absolutely need a new middle linebacker, and we could possibly sign Nakobe Dean here. I mean, that middle linebacker depth is brutal. Little 4-year deal, up it a little. We're his top offer, and honestly, I think that'll do it. I mean, we do need a quarterback for this next season, but I might just wait and assign somebody that's available at the preseason so they're cheaper. So like I told you guys, I'm going to punt on the quarterback position just 1 more season. And I really hope we can land these 3 guys. Deron Bland, he's just an extra, but these 3 fellas are important pieces for this team's future. So we're going to submit the offers through, see what they say, and the only one we got was Nakobe Dean. That's brutal. That is so brutal. Oh, what happened to our top offer? Christian Watson went to the Raiders. Oh my gosh, dude, that hurts. That hurts badly. And again, I'm not just going to waste money to waste it, so I guess we're going to go into next season with $120 million in cap room. Excuse me, that's actually 165. So as underwhelming as that is, dude, I guess it's just time to go ahead and simulate to the draft and maybe have a massive offseason next year. All right, fellas, no pressure. So as mentioned, we very well might trade down here depending on what the offers are. I kind of am interested in Caleb Downs, but again, we don't really need free safety. So there's some players I could target, maybe a wide receiver later in the first round and still be happy with it. Maybe get our long-term center in Parker Brailsford. And I'm just now realizing that we have the 9th pick in the draft. Why did I say 11 earlier? So what is the best offer out there? The Packers are offering me their first this year and a first next year. The Vikings are doing the same thing with a 3rd rounder attached. I might actually take the Vikings pick here. An extra first could be huge to potentially trade up next year's boys for a potential starting quarterback. I don't think Nico was as good as what I wanted anyway. Hopefully I didn't just completely screw ourselves there though. Okay, like I said, we can get a potential long-term center here. Parker Brailsford. I think he'd be pretty good. I mean, absolutely the best center in the class. Very good core attributes. Parker is going to be the pick, and he is going to come in as 38th ranked player. Got him at 28, so like maybe not the best value pick, but a position of need. Keep in mind we have like a billion picks the rest of the draft too, so we still can get some talent. Don't worry. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, fellas. Keon Sabb is a monster out of Bama. Now, I don't need a strong safety, but he could potentially move over to free safety and be our long-term starter there. You know what? Keon, it's gonna be the pick. Best player available here. Look at that. 16th ranked player, got him at 41. Good pick, fellas. Good pick. I'm not gonna lie, fellas. This is not really the greatest draft class in terms of talent. So unless there's somebody I really like, I might continue to like trade down little by little and see if we can just get as many picks together as possible for next year's draft class. Now, I do know we need a wide receiver since we missed out on Christian Watson. I just don't know which one. Eric Singleton out of Georgia Tech could be nice. He's a little bit smaller, but he's not fast. He had a really bad combine. Maybe Barryon Browning here out of Kentucky. He had a very good combine. He is very fast. He just has some stinky skills thrown in there. Screw it, dude. We're gonna make the pick. We need a wide receiver. What's the news, Roger? 19th ranked player, and we got him at 46. I am not gonna lie. That is so much better than what I anticipated. I kind of just spontaneously picked there too, because I really wanted to trade down. So we might go ahead and trade down this pick and see if we can get like maybe a 2nd rounder next year or something. Like, is anybody offering anything crazy? I mean, the Dolphins are offering a next year's 7th, next year's 4th, and this year's 6th. I mean, that's good value. We can wait. We can wait. This is a bad draft class. Trying to structure this rebuild a little bit different. Trying to just be smart. Trying to make picks. Get some good value. We have a million 3rd round picks though. I might continue to trade down unless there's somebody I love, which there really isn't, to be honest. So let me see if I can actually potentially get a 2nd round pick for next year. Okay, Texans are offering me a next year's 2nd. Vikings offer me next year's 2nd. They're giving me their whole entire draft class. Okay, I think that's the move. Let's get a 2nd round pick from the Vikings for next year, and we are 100% going to trade up for a quarterback in 2027. I still have 2 more picks here in the 3rd round. Let me just see. Let me see. Could we get 1 more 2nd potentially? It's not looking good, fellas. So hopefully there's somebody worth taking here. Now, unfortunately, there's not a single offensive lineman yet that's projected to be anything but a day 3 player, but I do know as an Alabama fan, Elijah Pritchett is not the worst offensive tackle in the world. I'm surprised he's a day 3 talent. Has a lot of A's thrown in there. I mean, we need offensive line help. He's gonna be the pick. Hopefully it's decent. And he comes in 62nd ranked player, got him at 92. Hidden depth too. So this has been like a really, really good draft class. We've actually made the picks. Now again, man, like this draft class is just very, very, very bare bones. There's just like not that many good players. This D tackle out of Oklahoma doesn't look too shabby. Damonic Williams, he 45 reps of the bench press, the strongest defensive tackle. And we all know, if you are a veteran of the channel, if a defensive lineman has a lot of bench press reps, if he's the strongest defensive lineman, he's probably a pretty decent overall. So we could use defensive tackle depth, and he comes in 63rd ranked in true value. That was weird. Has normal dev though, 99 strength. We can work with that. Screw that normal dev. And again, call me insane, but I'm scheming in my brain right now, boys. What I think I'm going to do for the rest of this draft is trade every single pick away, and whatever extra picks we have next year, maybe trade them away, and then maybe in year 4 use those picks to go all out and try to win the Super Bowl maybe 2-3 years down the line. I have a method to my madness, trust me, boys. So after acquiring like an extra 10 picks, let's see how that draft turned out. Hopefully pretty good. I mean, I think it was solid. Every single player we got 72 rated and above. Keon Sabb, best player, 76 rated. Barryon Brown comes in as a 75. And then some good depth pieces in the third round. Man, I get that at A+. Now, into next season, the first thing that we have to do is go sign a quarterback out of free agency and hopefully somebody that will not win us more than like 5 games. And hold on a second. Off the get-go, I noticed there is an 83 overall undrafted free agent rookie punter, and I have absolutely got to sign him. Now, in terms of quarterback, do I just run it back with Aaron Rodgers? Do I do it? He's 68 overall, 42 years old. Screw it. Sign him up. You need a backup. There's a 65 rated rookie out of Illinois. He could be a guy we could develop and have as a backup for a while. So I think this is the squad we're going to take into year number 3. Although there is one more move I want to make. I want to give Keon Sabb playing time, which means we need to go ahead and trade away Elijah Molden for something. Okay, the Bears want him off the get-go, so I feel like we get something half decent. Will you give me the first overall pick? No. I do want to see if it's possible that I could trade for somebody's first round pick. Saints have pick number 16. This trade's going to get me over halfway. So what if I threw it? I got so many picks. Like, look at this dude. I mean, I literally have like 20 picks. That's insane. But what if I threw in one of the second rounders? And it's very close. You're gonna have a million picks, dude. Don't test me. Don't test me. Is this enough? No, but we're getting there. One by one, brick by brick. Submit it through. Unbelievable. Screw it, dude. Give him one of the fifth. One of these garbage running backs is enough to give us an extra first round selection, which will hopefully be used to trade up to pick Arch Manning. That's the goal. And also, too, dude, there are so many good wide receivers. You have Jeremiah Smith, TJ Moore of Clemson, Ryan Williams, Cam Coleman. So if we could actually get Arch Manning also at the same time, pair him up with one of these receivers, I'm telling you guys, the Super Bowl would be coming ASAP. I'm hoping we just get a garbage pick on our own here. Hopefully get the number 1 pick and don't have to trade up. Oh, we made the playoffs. Gosh dang it. Did you ever think once in your life in an RBT rebuild I was going to be disappointed to make the playoffs? How in the world did we let this happen, dude? And we started off the season good, 1-4. We had a pretty strong second half of the season, dude. I'm so sad. And of course, the Saints had one of the best seasons too, so we currently hold pick 15, pick 21, and pick 32. Surely we can package that to get number 1, right? Again, how do we make the playoffs with one of the worst offenses in the league in? Defensively, number 1. That's how. Aaron Rodgers didn't even have a good season. We sucked on the ground too. Caleb Johnson is kind of disappointing me, dude, even though he is up to an 85 overall. Jerry Jeudy this time living up to his overall. 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Ricky White, another good season. Rookie Barryon Brown, decent year as well. How our defense finished number 1. I mean, compared to last year, modest numbers. Myles Garrett, good year. Abdul Carter, good year. Ashton Giott, 9 sacks. Denzel Ward, 4 picks. Did he have a touchdown? No. I feel like I should have got Coach of the Year votes, dude. Unfortunately, Barryon Brown did not win Rookie of the Year, nor did we have anybody on the defensive side. Although, Keon Sabb, not shabby. So let's just go ahead and get it over with. Just send me to the Super Bowl. I'm assuming we're probably going to get first rounded. Imagine we actually made the Super Bowl with like 55 rated Aaron Rodgers. No Super Bowl for us. And yes, we did get first rounded. Why did we have to make the playoffs for this, dude? So post Super Bowl, did we have any dev trait changes on offense? I don't think so. We did have David Njoku lose his superstar. I'm really liking the way this young offensive line's progressing, dude. Defensively, we had... Okay. Oh, whoa. What in the world? So Abdul Carter became Superstar X Factor. Like, that doesn't shock me. When in the world did Keon Sabb become Superstar X Factor? He's up to an 85 overall already, and it wasn't even post Super Bowl, so it must have happened sometime during the season. That's nuts. That's crazy work. So, I mean, I think it's safe to say this defense is already Super Bowl caliber. We just need to get ourselves a rookie quarterback, which, to be honest, brother, I cannot believe old Aaron Rodgers hasn't retired, dude. You're washed. So we have pick 19, 20, 28, and 2 second rounders. So before we even try to trade up, I'm going to go ahead and go through free agency, like see who we can sign. So we still have a ton of money. Because if I can sign some big money players in free agency, maybe that can free up some younger guys I could potentially trade away to help me get that number 1 pick. But first, we have some contracts to negotiate. David Njoku again. Like, why don't you want to stick around, brother? Am I going to have to franchise tag him? No! About time. time. Outside of that, again, like I could care less if these guys walked. I gotta bring this punter back, dude. Abso-freaking-lutely. 7-year deal, Brett. You've got to return. Oh, I'm so happy. Outside of that, dude, like I could really care less than half these guys. Maybe bring back DeJuan Jones. Good depth force at tackle. Not really asking for too much either. Little 4-year deal. He's back. Let's go see if we can actually spend some of our money in free agency. And hopefully it's a good freaking free agent class for once. Okay, there's definitely some talent. I mean, not a lot though. I mean, when you do have as much money as we have, I guess you might as well try to sign the best player available. You know, I definitely wouldn't mind a little Tyler Lindenbaum action. I'm probably gonna have to overpay though. I mean, we have a better offer than the other 4 teams, but like at the end of the day, like that happened before, and the players accepted the worst offer. So let me actually, now that I'm thinking about it, since I want him pretty badly, let me overpay if I have to. So we should hopefully be able to land him. Now, should I sign a Marlon Humphrey and maybe trade away Martin Emerson if I needed to? Again, this is all trying to like help me trade up with my first round pick. We'll go after Marlon, which were his #1 offer now. Outside of that, dude, the rest of these guys are kind of some scrubs. I do know that we absolutely need depth at the linebacker position, so let me see if there's some guys that could help us there. Yeah, BJ Ojolari, wouldn't mind having you as a backup. Right side is kind of garbage, but maybe Drew on a little 1-year deal. And definitely need middle linebacker depth. Maybe Henry To'o, little 2-year deal action, which we're kind of fighting for some other teams for him. Let's see, dude, if anything, I just really want Tyler Lindenbaum. I want to have a star center so we can trade one of our youngsters away. Tyler, please sign. I am begging. All 5 have decided one way or another, and oh my god, we didn't get him. Are you kidding me? What's the point in giving him the best offer? You went to the Jets. I don't get it. I really don't freaking get it, dude. We still need a middle linebacker. You can get Kenneth Murray on a 1-year deal. Don't want you long-term, Kenneth. Appreciate it, brother. All right, now let's get to the draft and figure out what the frick we need to do, man. Oh, so this is kind of interesting. So the Titans are supposed to go with Dylan Stewart. Arch is not supposed to go until pick 3. So maybe I can try just to trade into the 3rd pick and then from that point get Arch. First, I need to see who these 2 teams have at quarterback. I mean, the Titans have Sam Darnold, who I guess they did give a big contract to, so I guess they wouldn't take Arch. I'm assuming the Falcons still have Michael Penix, which they do. All right, let's do it, boys. Let's try to trade up to pick number 3. I just have absolutely no idea what it's going to take, so we'll try pick number 19. I also could throw in Zach Zinter here since I'm probably not going to re-sign him. I signed Marlon Humphrey for this specific purpose to be able to potentially trade away Martin Emerson. I mean, I'd much rather have him long-term. This is Arch Manning we're talking about. We're going to get a little penalty from it, but I think we can afford it. All right, so just straight based off of this, let's see what the Panthers are saying. That's so much closer. That is so much closer than what I thought was going to happen. Oh my gosh, boys. This is simple. This is making me happy. So maybe throwing a 4th, maybe throwing a 5th. Is that enough? Close. Maybe one of our 1,007th round picks is enough. And just like that, boys, we own the 3rd pick in the draft, and we're not stopping there. I want to try to trade into the top 10 to get one of those top tier receivers. Let me see who has like maybe pick number 7, maybe see who has 8. Raiders. So let's see if we trade up from pick number 20. What if we also threw in, we have so many picks, dude. Let me just throw in literally all these late picks. Let's just see. I'm just curious. What's this looking like? A lot better than what I thought, genuinely. Maybe we could get rid of Jack Beck and that be enough? I don't even think it budge, to be honest. So we probably are gonna have to use one of our better picks, but I mean, I really won't mind it. So let's go with a 3rd round selection. Trade up into the top 10, and it still declined. Turn one of these 6 into our 4th. Is that enough? We're getting there. Turn a 7th into a 6th. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous at that point. Now, maybe throw in Jamari Thrash. Are we able to acquire pick number 8? Yes, we are. Let's get this draft rolling, boys. I am so excited. All right, let's make sure one of the first 2 teams don't pull a fast one on us. The Tennessee Titans, they select Dylan Stewart. The 2nd pick, the Falcons, they select, not even gonna lie, brother, I don't know who that is. Oh, it's time, boys. It is time for the Cleveland Browns organization. They've been the laughingstock for so long. They are finally going to land their franchise quarterback, Arch Manning. Welcome to Cleveland, the #1 ranked player in the entire class. Wait, why does it tell me what his ERA was? Apparently, we also have ourselves a Cy Young winner on our hands. Oh my gosh, boys. This is going to be the guy to take the Cleveland Browns finally to the promised land. And we're not done. We are not done yet. We're going to try to get ourselves a superstar receiver. Oh, unfortunately, one of them just went off the board. Ryan Williams just got drafted. I'm not gonna do it one by one, it's too painful. We're gonna skip straight to our pick, and Jeremiah Smith is not off the board yet. Oh my gosh, this worked out perfectly. Where are you? Wait, where is he? Did he get drafted? Why is he so far down here? Hopefully he's not a bust in this draft class. It's surely not. It's Jeremiah Smith, a generational wide receiver. I know that's an overused term, but he is a generational player. And he comes in as the third-ranked player. Got him at 8. Oh my gosh, boys. We are about to be cooking. And don't forget, dude, we still have a first-round pick to go. Now, my question is, like, is it even worth taking a player here? Or do we potentially trade that for a real ready-now player? Let's see if somebody will give me, like, a first-round pick for next year, maybe, like, an extra third. I would 100% be down for that. The Dolphins are willing to give me their first, third, fourth, and fifth for next year. And we 100% can use that to trade for some kind of veteran. We can get a superstar for that, I believe. It's fine. Don't worry, because we still have a million second-round picks that, again, I might just trade away. Which I don't believe anybody's going to offer me a first-round pick, unfortunately. Do I just go ahead and make my pick here? Like, I don't even know, honestly, what we need. And also, I am not going to lie, I don't really know much about this draft class. It's like 3 years out. Might just go with one of the top guys on the board. It really never hurts to go offensive lineman, so Wendell Moe is going to be my pick. Oh, not good. He has hidden dev, but again, I wish I could have done better. So I might, again, be better off just trading back again here. Okay, look at all these picks the Vikings are offering me. And next year, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, a 2029 6th, a 7th, and another 7th. I'm 100% taking that. We don't get to pick again until round 5, unfortunately. You know what? I'm actually just going to trust my assistant scouts and let them draft the rest of this class. I'm excited, dude. I am so freaking excited. Our class comes in Arch Manning 79, Jeremiah Smith 78. Rest of class kind of mid, admittedly. This team is locked and freaking loaded, boys, and we are not close to being done. We're going to go and try to make some trades, make this team as good as possible to see if we can go ahead and win a Super Bowl this year. And call me crazy, but with all our young receivers, I might go ahead and trade away Jerry Jeudy. He only has 1 year left in his contract. He's going to start to regress soon. That way, all our young players can get all the playing time, and I feel like I could get an absolute superstar if I traded away Jeudy. And also, you know, attach some first-round picks. So we currently, it says we hold the number 5 pick, which is just going to give us insane value right now. Oh my gosh, dude, we are getting some crazy, crazy offers. Brian Thomas is insane. But for us to win in this Madden simulation, I know exactly what we need. Freaking exactly. We need to get ourselves one of the best running backs in the league. We got to get ourselves maybe like a 90, 95 rated running back, and we will be cooking. Jahmyr Gibbs is a guy I'm looking at here. Only has 1 year left in his contract, but he has negative $50 million in cap room, so I don't think we'll be able to trade a player away. This game is so stupid. So honestly, I don't even know if this is possible, because we're going to have to trade away just draft picks. It won't even let me offer the pick. Well, I guess we're going to have to pivot off of a Jahmyr Gibbs, unfortunately. So who is the next best option? Maybe Devon Achane, 90 overall. I wonder if we could trade Jerry Jeudy straight up for him, not have to use a draft pick. Let's see. Oh, puts him over the cap. Gosh, dang it. What about Breece Hall? He's an X factor. Let's just try Jerry Jeudy straight up and see if about halfway. Or what about Kenneth Walker, 95 overall? He still has like 3 years or so to grow. They are interested in Jeudy. Let's submit it through, see where we're at, and again, it's about halfway. What if from here we threw in like a second-round draft pick, and it's getting closer. We also have multiple thirds that we could potentially trade away if we had to, and it's in the green now, boys. Unfortunately, we really don't have any actual players that we can throw in this deal, unless they wanted Kenneth Murray for whatever reason, although we needed a backup. Didn't really budge, so we're probably gonna throw in another pick. And we have a million fourth-round picks, dude. Let's just try it. 3/4 added in the deal, and it's close. What about like a pick from way out, like a 2030 second round selection, and it's still not accepted? We really have to throw in all of our third round picks. My God, dude, give me a break. There it is. Goodness freaking gracious. We have ourselves our star running back. I told you guys we're not done. We're still trading. I want to try and trade for a superstar right tackle. Elijah Burch is great, but we need somebody better than a 78 overall. And look for somebody that's a scheme fit, a player that will make the team better right now. Preferably somebody not like an expiring contract or anything. Maybe even get a guy like Rashawn Slater and take our left tackle, move him to right. This would be nuts. And I would 100% be down to trade my number 5 pick for him. Let's just see. I just want to get a baseline. Yeah, that's not gonna work. What about for like a Christian Darrisaw? How about that? About the same. Joe Alt potentially? Hey, that's actually getting somewhere. And although I don't wanna, I mean, I could just go ahead and get rid of Elijah Pritchett in the deal if that helps out at all. But it sends it into the green. Do I really want to trade him away? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Yes, I do. He's literally only 1 year younger than Joe Alt. We are gonna make this work one way or another. We have a million 4th round picks. We'll throw in 2. We'll throw in one of our 5th round picks, one of our 6. See if this is enough to climb. We're getting somewhere. What about a future 3rd round selection? Still to climb, but again, we're getting somewhere. What if we took out one of our 4ths and did actually trade our 3rd from this year? Can we bring in Joe Alt to the squad? Oh, that's just bite me. I guess we're gonna have to make it one of our 4ths from this year, but we should with this be bringing in one of the, if not the best young offensive tackle in the National Football League. Now, I still do want to take a bunch of these picks and see if we can turn it into something. What are the odds we could improve upon Mike Hall? Okay, we might be able to get Devondre Sweat from my Tennessee Titans. We just need to throw in a little bit more. Don't need Ronnie Hickman and get rid of him. That's our number 1 team need. That enough? Oh, we're so close, brother. We are so close. We just landed our brand new starting defensive tackle. It just took a bunch of extra crappy picks. Okay, I know now we need to sign some veterans as backup. Matt Stafford to be a backup to Arch Manning is actually perfect. And you couldn't write a better freaking script. Also could use a veteran wide receiver like Devontae Adams, you know, to be a mentor to our youngsters. And maybe the smart thing to do also is sign some mentors on the offensive line to make our young offensive linemen progress a little bit faster. Dude, we had the money, so I literally went all out. We just signed like, what, 20 different mentors to add to the squad. Like, I don't know if it helps to have multiple mentors at one position, but hey, we're gonna find out. Just wanted to point out that I'm trying to cut players, and I realized we have a guy named Jimmy Kibble. All right, brothers, I am ready to roll. The last 3 hours and 22 minutes of my life has came down to this season. Again, I don't know if we're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, but we have set ourselves up in such a good position. If we don't win it this year, I would be shocked if we didn't win it next year. We went 9-8? Brother, we didn't even make the playoffs. Are you serious? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what happened? I mean, we had a top 10 offense in the NFL, which is obviously a lot better than we've had the last few seasons. We had a top 10 defense. And are you kidding me? Arch Manning as a rookie, 48 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 4,200 yards. He might have won MVP, let alone Rookie of the Year. I mean, Kenneth Walker had a good season too. How in the world do we only win 9 games? Ricky White, incredible season. David Njoku, great season. Barryon Brown, great season. I'm kind of disappointed in Jeremiah Smith, though. Like, Devontae Adams got so much playing time, dude. Now, defensively, Abdul Carter, 20.5 sacks. Myles Garrett, 20. Giot didn't do much this year, but Devondre Sweat had 5.5. Still just don't understand how we only won 9 games. 4th in MVP voting as a rookie is nasty. I didn't get Coach of the Year votes. We did have the Offensive Rookie of the Year, though. I'm telling you, though, boys, this team is just getting started. Like, we're up to a 93 overall across the board. We are winning a Super Bowl soon, especially if Arch Manning continues to progress as he already is up to an 87 overall. This team is going to be just fine, boys. I mean, Abdul Carter is about to be a 99 overall. He's already up to a 96 after just 2 full seasons. So I'm not worried at all, boys. No stress. I mean, disappointing, yeah, but just give me another off season. I'm telling you, I'm going to call it now. We're winning at least 13 games next year. And we got some craziness going on in the off season. Arch Manning up to an X Factor. Jeremiah Smith up to a superstar. Connor Colby up to a superstar. And David Njoku got a superstar back. And no changes on defense aside the fact that JOK is now a superstar. I'm telling you, boys, what's so crazy is that this is a 93 overall team, probably the best overall team in the league. At the same exact time, we have a total of $178 million to spend on free agents. It is going to start getting tricky, though, boys, because like Abdul Carter, we have to go ahead and accept his 5th-year option. First of all, we have got to re-sign JOK abso-freaking-lutely. Give you a 4-year deal. I'll even up the salary a bit. I'll even up the bonus. That's a really crazy ratio. Hopefully he accepts, and he does. Hopefully Hopefully, Tavondre Sweat will do the same. And the big boy's back. The rest of these veterans, they can walk. And that still gives us over 120 million to spend. So let's see who is out there in free agency. Oh my gosh, you got Jahmyr Gibbs. You have Jalen Carter. You have Ladd McConkey. I legitimately don't know what to do with my money. Jack Campbell, I know I absolutely want, because we need help at middle linebacker. That's 100% a need. So Jack, I will give you whatever you want. I'll give you a 3-year deal. I'll up the money a lot. Tie with the Falcons. No, I'll just give him the 4-year deal, whatever he wants. Hopefully when the Super Bowl for those 4 years are up anyway. Now we're his top offer, but again, that just doesn't mean anything apparently. I mean, like, Jalen Carter's here, but like, I don't even know what I would do with them. Now, Jahmyr Gibbs too. Like, we just got Kenneth Walker. Like, I wonder if we gave him a flat offer. I mean, man, I really don't know what to do. If I signed him, I could then trade away Kenneth Walker because we can afford his penalty right now. We could trade Kenneth Walker away for probably a superstar. Jahmyr Gibbs is high overall and he's younger, so let me up this a bit and let's see if we can land him. That'd be nuts. For his top offer. Again, I think Jalen Carter, it would just kind of be unnecessary and we need to re-sign players the next few years anyway. I know we could bring in Renardo Green. Corners are typically pretty cheap and Marlon Humphrey's just going to get worse. Would definitely like to have him as our third corner, which were by far his top offer. Now also, we could sign superstar Malik Mustafa here because Grant Delpit is getting older and he's not that expensive either. And I'd definitely like to add another superstar to our defense. To be fair, we also need a better kicker. We don't even have a kicker on the roster, so Will Riker, hopefully you'll sign with us. So here we go, brother. Some massive offers out there, and mainly, I could just pick one. We need a middle linebacker. Jack Campbell, he's a scheme fit. He's the guy I want. Jahmyr Gibbs would just be luxury. We're going to submit this bad boy through, and all 5 have decided, and we landed 3 of them, and Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't one of them. He went with the Colts. That's insane to me. Did miss out on Malik Mustafa too, who I actually really wanted. And again, we have the money to spend, so like Landon Dickerson, maybe on just like a 1-year deal, or maybe we could just trade away Tevin Jenkins. I'll give him a little 3-year deal, as much money as he wants, which again, we're his top offer, but doesn't mean much. Maybe a Lee McNeil just to have 2 incredible defensive tackles. I just want him on a 1-year deal though, which again, if it's on a 1-year deal, I have all this money, it doesn't hurt us at all. Tie with some other teams. Maybe give Vita Vea just a little 1-year option, just in case we can get another number 2 deep tackle. All right, let's see again. These are just luxury signings, and the only one we got was Vita Vea. But hey, I think these players make our team a lot better this year. We'll take it. So, fellas, accidentally simulated the draft. That definitely was not in the plans, but let's see the CPU with a stinker. Oh man, that's a nightmare. 73 rated with our 13th overall pick. Yeah, dude, we missed out on some big boys. Into next year, dude, this team is just so gosh dang good. There's no way we don't win at least 12, 13 games this year. No chance. Just because I could win an upgraded at strong safety, don't hate the player, hate the game. Speaking into existence, this season is going up 5 million times better than last year. Facts. Come on, dude. Come on. We at least had to make the playoffs. Please, dude. 14 wins. Come on. And talk about finishing the season off with a bang. I gotta see who the heck even beat us. We started the season off 0-2, which is nasty work. But then after that, we literally only lost 1 game the rest of the season. Lost to the Bengals week 2 and then beat them by 42. What scares me though is that we played the Ravens twice this season and lost to them both times. So I hope to God we don't match up with them in the playoffs. Which more than likely, dude, we are gonna have to play either the Chiefs or Ravens the next round. That would be absolutely freaking miserable. Number 1 offense in the NFL, dude. That is more like it. It's first time this happened today. In defense, when it's invisible, that also means we were first in the NFL. So we had the best offense, best defense. Surely that means a Super Bowl, right? Arch Manning Masterclass. I told you guys this was the man we've been waiting on. 43 tutties, 8 interceptions, 76% of his passes completed. Mental. On the ground, Kenneth Walker, exactly why we traded for, brother. 1,300 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, and 22 touchdowns. Now, who put up the big numbers through the air? Ricky White. We hit 3 1,000-yard receivers. And then David Njoku stole all the touchdowns with 18. Gotta love it. Now, defensively, I see some nonsense. Myles Garrett, 24 sacks. Abdul Carter, 18. Giot back to doing what he does best with 10. But a bunch of guys chip in with a few sacks. Myles Garrett, 24 sacks is crazy, especially when you consider he's 32 years old at this point. He's definitely not slowing down, though. Tell me Arch Manning already won MVP. Jalen Hurts stole it from him. My God, dude, he came in 5th? I still can't win the Coach of the Year, man. This is crazy work. This is crazy. Let's get it over with. Who do we have to take on in the divisional? Don't be the Ravens. Ravens. It'll be the Ravens, the Colts, which we did not play them in the regular season. I wish we did, so I have more confidence. Surely we win this, though, right? We're a 96 overall team across the board, man. Which, before we even play this, I've got to check out and see, like, what our team's overall is up to individual-wise. Arch Manning already, dude, up to a 94 overall. Our receivers average is probably like 86, 87, which is perfectly fine. Abdul Carter's getting close to a 99, dude. I'm telling you, this is the freaking year. And oh my God, we might have got lucky, fellas. The Ravens got knocked out by the Chiefs with a crazy score, by the way. 52-49 is nuts. That's crazy in the NFL. So the Ravens, who beat us twice, we don't have to play, but still, having to play Patrick Mahomes scares me. I mean, that's if we even get past the Colts. All right, come on. We win. Thank the Lord. It was so close. Oh my God. 35-32. Too close for freaking comfort, man. Masterclass by both the QBs. Oh, how funny, dude. Jameer, you should have signed with us, buddy. Ricky White, Jeremiah Smith going off. Oh my gosh, dude. That's just way too close, man. That scares me. But the good news, brother, is that the Jacksonville Jaguars knocked out the Kansas City Chiefs. So all we have to do is beat Trevor Lawrence. All we have to do is beat Travis Etienne. I mean, Diami Brown is their number 2 producing receiver. Surely the Jacksonville Jags aren't going to be the team to keep the Cleveland Browns out of their first Super Bowl ever. Surely this team's like a 96, 97 overall at this point, and we get the dub. We're in the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh, dude, it's been such a long time coming. 35-21. We advance to take on the New Orleans Saints. And what is so funny about this, dudes, is we passed up on Cam Ward in the very first year, and Cam Ward is the quarterback of the Saints. He's going to try to show us that we should have took him. With Super Bowl week, so much changes, dude. Kenneth Walker, now an X Factor. David Njoku, also now an X Factor. Even JOK became an X Factor on defense. No way we lose this, brother. I'm speaking it into existence. Literally everything the Cleveland Browns has ever gone through comes down to this. Here we go. At the click of a freaking button, I'm going to go to the next quarter, and if we go down, I might jump in and see if I can save us. We go up 7-0 just like that. Saints, they didn't score. They are at the 3-yard line, though, and of course, they tie things up. Cam Ward to Christian McCaffrey, by the way. All right, let's bring this bad boy to halftime. We get on the field. We take a 14-7 lead. Let's make that 21-7, 24-7 going into halftime. I feel like we should be A-okay. Unless the Saints mount a comeback here. 31-14, surely not. 10-point game, 13-point game, and the Cleveland Browns, for the first time in franchise history, are Super Bowl champions. The meme of the NFL no longer, as this is just the beginning of a dynasty, as we've assembled probably the greatest, most talented team in NFL history. I guess it just took a little grinding from the Madden scientists to bring the Browns to the top. Now, if you enjoyed that one, you can click right here to watch me rebuild the New York Giants, and believe it or not, this rebuild was actually a lot more difficult than the Browns. While you're still here, I brought the Browns to a Super Bowl, brother. You can subscribe for that. Like, come on.